Hello and welcome to today's video review. I'm going to talk about the new March FX 5-42 High Master Tactical Scope, 5-42 by 56 mm front focal rifle scope. As you probably know, March is a really boutique, or how to call it, a really special brand from Japan. And in the last 10 years, they got a really big following in F-class community. And all of those who are shooting, not tactical, but who do sport shooting. And we know that in that group, they're 8-80 scope, or 10-50, or 15-60, and so on. A lot of their scopes are really famous in that group. But 6-7 years ago, they already tried with tactical scopes. So first focal plane, 0.1 mil clicks, and so on. But they were never really successful. Honestly speaking, somehow they didn't get traction. I do think that this is changing slowly, especially with this model here. It was introduced at SHOT Show 2020, and in my opinion, it's really step into the right direction to enter the FFP tactical shooter community. Why I think so? Because after so many years, they really got all the things, or I would say all the box ticked. They improved on so many aspects that I think that now tactical shooters will start to consider them seriously about a great option. And not only Tang & Theta and Mean Knox and Schmidt & Bender normally, and Kales and Zero Compromise and so on. I think March will also enter this segment more so than in the future, in the past. But if we talk about this High Master series, so High Master is it's like a pot of different technologies which they use, and they name the scopes where they use this technology as High Master. They have one model which is really famous with F-class shooters, and it's probably optically the best you can buy. It's 10-60 by 56 High Master. It was the first one. But now they use the same technologies and the same eyepiece, or similar technologies in the eyepiece, on this 5-42 tactical scope. What they gain with this is exceptional field of view. I will come this when I will talk about the optical properties, but the field of view is definitely something I have to mention. If you look at the scope itself, it's really small for the optical range of magnifications and the objective lens of 56 millimeters, because it's only 36 centimeters long. If you compare it to the only real competitor, 5-45 Schmidt & Bender, it's like 10 centimeters shorter. When you put both of these two scopes together, it's just amazing how much smaller this one is. And this is common trend, because in the recent years, I think Schmidt & Bender was the first one who started with ultra short scopes. But then IOR followed with their 3-25, which is already very, very short scope. And after that, Kales made K318, which is very short. And then Zero Compromise did 4-20, which is really short, and so on. So there is a trend of making this highly capable tactical first focal plane scopes really compact and short. Normally, this scope is really well made. The quality of finish is great. There is not a single rubber part anywhere outside. All is metal. It has a fast focus where the entire eyepiece moves, and you're able to lock it into the position. Really nice. Something what we already forgot from Premier Reticles. Okay, Zero Compromise also has this feature. So really good feature. It also has locking parallax. This is something that I think no other scope has. At least I forgot that somebody would have it. And the parallax goes all the way down to 10 meters. Exceptional. And to infinity normally on the other side. But what is, when you found the proper position, you just lock it in. The illumination is also on this left side turret. It has 6 levels, but the on-off button is inside here. You just push it in and out to turn it off and on. It also has automatic turn off, and it's powered by CR2032 battery, which you also get in a package. When we are talking what do you get in the package, you get the flip-up covers, plastic, not really so nice. You get this plastic lever that goes here. I do think that this is not on par with the quality of all the rest. So I laughed when I saw this inside. You get normal plastic covers. You get the cleaning cloth. You get the warranty, which is I think 10 years, and the form for the warranty repairs. You get the user manual with all the reticle subtensions and everything, and all specification data. Even 2 user manuals, to be honest, both in English language. So really nice. And a sunshade. Honestly speaking, when I said about the warranty, we sold quite a few March scopes, but we haven't had any single warranty case until now. So honestly speaking, I don't know how their service works, because after, I would say, a couple of hundred, or at least 100 sold March scopes, none of them came back, which is very positive. They're really mechanically well made. The weight of the scope is roughly 1 kilogram, 950 grams, normally made in Japan, and they are the best scopes produced in Japan, even though all the Night Force scopes are also produced in Japan, and Vortex scopes, the best ones, are produced in Japan. I do think that March holds the crown. There are 3 reticles, all of them in the first focal plane, which is normal for such a tactical scope, and at least this one, which is in this scope, I have to check the name, because their names of their reticles, here you can see the reticles, FML MT, TR1, and FML 3. I think this reticle, it's very usable, and I really like it. They designed the reticle with a lot of thought, that a lot of thought went into them, and they're really usable. The illumination on one side is only low light usable, normal for such a scope, and it's interesting how it's made that you're able to see this six illumination intensity levels on different positions on the turret. The reason for it is because when you unlock the parallax, the whole illumination system also rotates together with the parallax. So this is the reason why they have this scale of illumination intensities on different positions on the around the whole circle. Only the central part is illuminated in the reticles. So really usable, because if you're a sport shooter and a hunter, then you understand why you need only just the center part of the reticle illuminated. I like it a lot better than when the whole Christmas tree is lit. The turrets are of tactical design and have a locking function, which is really interesting. Blue is for unlocked, similar like on the parallax, like this, and then you're able to rotate the turrets. The clicks are perfect. Really perfect. I always say how Schmidt & Benner has the best turrets in the industry, probably true, in my opinion at least. Okay, let's leave Tang and Theta outside of this comparison, because they also have turrets that are really the benchmark. But now, if you look at the click, how crisp they are, how audible they are, this is on the same, it's on pair with Schmidt & Benner. Maybe even better. It's hard to say because I don't have any Schmidt & Benner now in this moment here. So really great. And locking mechanism, it's so easy. You just put it like this. I think you could also operate this with gloves. But maybe with gloves it's easier if the locking mechanism goes up and down. What I don't like with the turrets is there is no mechanical turn indicator. So you have to check in which turn you are with these lines here under the turret, and the turret goes up and down when you rotate it. This is also something that I don't like that much. What I do like is that elevation range is, please wait for it, 40 mils. 40 emrads. The elevation range is 4 meters and 100 meters. Out of this world, really. This is something where this scope excels, because honestly speaking, the high power from Schmidt & Bender, very similar, 5 to 45, has 27 mils, which is already a lot, but 40, that's outstanding. If you compare them with, let's say, with a hunting scope, that's very interesting. If you look at 4.8 to 35 Victory V8 hunting scope made by Zeiss, it has an elevation range of, I think, 10 mils or something like that, or 16 mils, and this one has 40. It's just amazing. The windage on the other side is 14, also more than enough. The turrets are multi-turn. They do feature a zero stop, and you're able to set the zero stop here. They said, you can see it, it's called zero set. So zero stop is set here with this Allen screw. And it's not as mechanically crisp as on other scopes, but it works. And you're also able to set a couple of clicks below zero if you wish, which is very, for most people, it's even better. A lot of people like that they have a couple of additional clicks below zero. Okay, now if we go to the optical part. So 5 to 42 times magnification, 56 millimeter objective lens. With this high master eyepiece, you get no tunnel effect whatsoever. And when we talk about the field of view, it's 8.7 meters on 100 meters at 5 times magnification. And this is the benchmark. I don't know of a single scope that would have a field of view as wide. If I'm wrong, please correct me down in the comments. If I forgot any of the scopes, please write about them. But still, it's just crazy what kind of field of view you get. What you sacrifice for it is the edge sharpness, because the field of view is so wide, that means that the edge is quite milky, it's soft. So you gain some, you lose some. The light transmission is probably above 90%. They don't state it, but the quality of the optics is definitely that high. And when you look the resolution in the center, it's also out of this world, especially the contrast and the colors, and the resolution itself is just amazing. In the center of the image, they're perfect. In the edge, especially at low magnification settings, when you go down to 5, the edge is quite soft. Honestly speaking, it's quite soft. It could have been done better. The eye relief is 7 to 9 centimeters, which is standard, even though they state 7 centimeters at the lowest eye relief. When I was running through the magnification, I didn't notice that the eye relief would shorten. So I would say 9 centimeters is more or less standard on all magnifications. At least I didn't notice that somewhere on one magnification that the eye relief would shorten. The eye box, it's average. I wouldn't say it's 5 to 25 scopes or similar have better eye boxes, because all super zooms, they suffer a little bit in the department of eye box. What is eye box? Sensitivity to the eye position. So when you go a little bit outside of the optimal perfect position of your eye behind the scope, if you lose the image, that means that the eye box is not that great. And with all super zoom scopes, with all scopes that have zoom factor more than 4 times or 5 times, this is quite normal. Even though I have to say the eye box is not problematic, it's just average. It's not as good on like on the scopes which have 5 to 25 magnification. The fast focus is locking, this I already mentioned. And we came to the end of this review, where I do my sweet and sour summary, when I go through the positives and where I go through the departments of the scope where things could have been done better. So there is so much positive about this scope that I could go through. The elevation, 40 mils of elevation, out of this world. The magnification range is really a long-range tactical scope. which can be used in any kind of situation, because 5 to 42 times magnification, it covers everything. The build quality. The build quality is exceptional. Look at just the magnification ring. It has completely continuous feel. It's so soft, quiet, it stops like dead on. Everything on the scope, it's so well made. Clicks, everything, it's a precise instrument, really nicely made, so the build quality is superb. Optics in the center of the image, the resolution and the colors are really the best you're able to see. The reticles are really usable because this scope has 8.4 times zoom factor. And we know that now when this zoom race is on, when everybody is making even 10 times zoom rifle scopes, that for the first focal plane tactical scopes, it can be really problematic that the reticle is not equally usable on lower magnification and on the higher magnification. The reticles in this March, all three of them, are really designed well. So you are able to use them either at 5 times magnification or 40. So the field of view I already mentioned. Great field of view. Size and weight. Only 38 centimeters of length. It's a super short scope for this objective lens diameter and this magnification range. Turret fill and locking. Perfect. Even the locking function of the parallax and the locking function of the fast focus. Again, two really great features. Okay, so now if we go to things that could have been done better. First of all, this throw lever, it's rubbish. It would be better if they wouldn't include it. I understand that it works, but the quality of how it's made out of plastic, it doesn't match the scope. The same goes for the flip-up covers from hard plastic. If you look how Vortex is doing with their Defender flip-up covers by the Defenders, it's much better than these originals. Edge sharpness. When you have the scope with this optical properties, with this optical performance in the center of the image, and when you put it on 5 and look at the edge, you are a bit disappointed. So you really lose a lot for this exceptional field of view. I also think that the turret design could have been done better. First of all, I'm missing mechanical turn indicator. This is definitely something what is missing. Because with these lines under the turret, we have seen better, especially in this price range. So mechanical turn indicator would really be great, and the fact that they could design the turret that doesn't move up and down when you dial in the clicks. It's not that it wouldn't function. It functions, but it would look much nicer if it would be done differently. I still don't understand the blue color and the red color. I would say that green and red would be much more understandable, at least for us Europeans. Red, you stop. With green, you can move. It's that easy. The price point, this scope costs a little bit less than 4,200 euros. So I would say street price would be around 4,000 euros. It's 500 euros less than similar Schmidt & Bender, but still 4,000 euros is really a lot of money for the scope. On the other hand, you are getting premium quality. You are getting probably one of the best scopes in the world. All in all, if you're looking for a long-range scope with a perfect track record, because honestly there is no warranty cases on March scopes, at least not in our shop, this is the choice to go to. I also think this scope will change the way tactical shooters perceive March. Or this is one of the steps that March would be equally successful as with an F-class crowd or extreme long range, because they also have the Genesis scope, which is one of the kind for those who shoot 3 kilometers or 2 miles and so on. I think that this scope will give traction to March in tactical community. Okay, I hope I gave enough additional or usable information. If you have any additional questions, please use the comments below. I will get back to you and answer. If not, send us an email. And if you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel. Bye.